Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
And there's another one! It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! He's the point, and it's alive! Hanson pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
It's an overcast afternoon for baseball in Lorain County at the Pipeyard in Lorain. This is college baseball on SmeeSports, as today's matchup features the 8-16 Lorain County Community College Commodores as they take on the 16-13 Kent State Tuscarawas Golden Eagles. Hello, friends. Nathan, Smee, and Bryce Fisher on the call for you this afternoon. Man, it feels like September.
Yeah, it definitely does. It feels like fall again. It's a lot of overcast. It's a little bit chilly. The wind's getting to you a little bit. But, hey, we got some baseball, and that's all that matters.
And a great venue here at the Pipeyard. I know I was telling you before we went on air, this reminds me so much of Thurman Munson Stadium, especially with the turf being redone. When I played here last, which was a few years ago, and my Stingrays, I'm going to little gloating here, we beat a very talented T3 team at the time here under the lights, but it was dirt. It was a completely regular playing surface. It was dirt. There was grass in the infield, grass in the outfield. Now turf infield, new dugouts. It's a beautiful facility, and they did a great job of the renovations.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I mean, it used to be awful to pitch here. The mound had an extra mound on it. You would hit your knee as you stride down. It's definitely way nicer, and they've done a great job. They installed batting cages over the winter. I noticed that. The bullpens have been redone. There's probably less anthills than there used to be down there, hopefully. It looks great. I want to go down and see inside the dugout, see if those have been improved at all, but overall, they've done a really, really good job here. The complex has come along nicely. The backfields are looking better. And it's just a beautiful field. It's a beautiful place to play.
And let's talk about these coaches today. Speaking of renovations, both have renovated these programs. Jake Solomon for Lorain County inherited an 8-33 team. With one win today, he already surpasses last year's metric with plenty of games left to go. And then for KSU Tusk with 16 wins already on the year, this will be their best ever season in program history. With that, we will toss it down to the field for our public address announcements to get us underway. It's the Commodores and the Golden Eagles up next on SmeeSports.
Eagles. Let's practice good sportsmanship by refraining from outbursts directed at the opposing team or officials, and let's have a positive experience at the game today. If there are any foul balls in your way, please return them to the dugouts. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise and remove your caps or head coverings as we play our national anthem. Here are your starting lineups for the visiting Golden Eagles, coached by Cole Moroso. Leading off to playing center field, number 3, Caleb Campbell. Batting second to playing left field, number 31, Cohen Larson. Hitting third and playing right field, number 25, Cam Schofield. Batting cleanup and playing first base, number 8, Jared Patches. Hitting fifth and playing third base, number 22, Brandon Name. Batting sixth and the designated hitter, number 13, Nathan Ashcroft. Hitting seventh and playing shortstop, number 6, Owen Walker. Batting eighth and playing catcher, number 33, Mike Bohannon. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 2, Caleb Saldago. On the mound for Golden Eagles, number 12, Bryson Kent. And now the starting lineup for your Commodores, coached by Jake Solomon. Leading off and playing right field, number 14, Carlos Brell. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 35, Adam Lee. Hitting third and playing third base, number 17, Leo Songson. Batting cleanup and playing first base, number 77, Luke Litzman. Hitting fifth and playing catcher, number 18, Brandy Ecker. Batting sixth and playing center field, number 1, Michael Gonzalez. Hitting seventh and playing left field, number 11, Jalen Tucker. Batting eighth and playing designated hitter, number 8, Jackson Frey. And batting ninth and playing second base, number 2, Jacob Sanders.
Well, just got him in time.
Yeah, just barely.
But once again, a welcome to the Pipeyard in Lorain as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports. The first pitch is away and there for a strike at 12:57 p.m. And we are ready for our Sunday twin bill action in Lorain County.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're ready to go. Sorry to cut you off there, but if I'm Lorain County, I'm looking to get going early here, get a 1-2-3 inning, and get on the board fast.
And a strong start for Schuster quickly has Campbell down 0-2 in the count. To get him on 3 pitches, that would be the ideal start for the Commodores. And he will have to wait, as that time he will miss low. But Schuster so far in the year wearing number 33, an 8.08 ERA, 19 walks, 19 punch-outs on the year. So basically right down the middle.
Yeah, but he's got good stuff. I was watching him warm up, 4-seam, 2-seam. He's got a slider and a changeup.
And this time Campbell pops it into left field, and it will fall for a leadoff single. Down 0-2 to begin, but hangs in and gets the leadoff base knock. But you gave me your comparison pregame off air. Who's your comparison for Schuster?
I see John Lester, and especially as he's throwing now, I'm also seeing a little bit of David Price.
I definitely see John Lester. I'm going to have to watch it specifically for that. Now I have to pay extra attention to his actual release, as here comes Cohen Larson. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's the standard glove in front lefty kind of archetype. Curious to see if he doesn't pick off like John Lester used to.
Here's the 1-0. That time able to find the strike zone. Without the awkward arm twist, he's Ubaldo Jimenez too.
Yeah, very much so.
I feel like that's just the archetype, the kind of taller, lankier pitcher. But not a bad archetype at all. The 1-1 bunt shown and pulled back as Eckert will block that one.
It's a good block there.
Of course, Brady Eckert, a really talented player during his time at Strongsville, but also playing summer ball for NMC. We got to see him a few years ago along with a couple other Strongsville Mustangs at the time, including Murphy Kelly. And we actually did get to see what was left of that Reitenbach team this past summer in the Diamond League tournament again. Believe it or not, that was one of our first 10 broadcasts that we actually did. The 2-1, Larson this time will get the bunt down, and it's a beautiful bunt. Schuster, his throw to one is on the money for out number one, but it's a productive out as that'll move Campbell into scoring position.
Yeah, that was a really good job by Schuster. That's a tough one for a lefty. I'm kind of impressed that he was the one covering there. I expected that to be a first base crash, pivot throw to second.
And I think at that point, you kind of just forgot about what was going on at second base. Your focus was always going to be trying to get the runner at first.
I'm talking about the second baseman covering.
And that ball is thrown into left center field. Campbell, he will cruise into third base. It was a great idea from Schuster, just nobody there.
Yeah, I think the timing was a little bit off there. I think he was supposed to break a hair earlier.
And the way that you switched it was perfect, as it saw the moment that nobody was there. But KSU's opening run now 90 feet away, and a great chance here for Cam Schofield. Schuster trying to battle out of this. And his first pitch is there for a strike. Getting this out of the plate is huge. Of course, then that would bring up Jeremy Patchett, a really powerful bat, but with two down, you just need a force to get out of the inning with no damage done.
Yeah, you're looking for a punchy here, and then you're looking to put something onto a grounder in the air.
The 0-1. That time it's there on the inner corner.
Yeah, front door breaking ball. Now he's probably looking to go fastball in.
So it's an 0-2 count here. Schofield trying to do some damage for KSU Tusk. So far on the year, a .391 hitter. One of the most efficient guys in the lineup today. Schuster's 0-2, and he will miss off the plate, but a good idea switching sides.
Yeah, he really likes that breaking ball. There he goes on the opposite side with it. I understand the intent, but I think he could probably beat Schofield with the hands out in front, the slow load. He might be able to get him early.
And we'll see what he goes to this time. Schuster's 1-2. And again, misses outside. So back-to-back outside at least needs to bring it in a hair.
Yeah, that one he went fastball, tried to gas it up. Just a little bit too much effort spun off of it.
Anything in the air or even on the ground and into the outfield most likely opens the scoring. The 2-2, again, it's low and outside. So now you risk losing Schofield.
Yeah, and that can't happen. That's got to be the last thing that happens here.
But from 0-2 to a full count we go. Schuster trying to settle back in, and he will swing and a miss. 2 down. First punch out of the day for Nick Schuster. And that is number 20 on the season.
Yeah, there it was. Went up and in with the fastball. The two waste pitches, I'm not exactly sure. I thought he should have probably thrown that 2 pitches earlier, understanding just how Schofield swings and loads, but
both 2 down. Here comes Patchett as he will get jammed up, and it will, luckily for his sake, fall in foul territory. But looking at the defense today for Lorain County, it's Schuster on the mound with Eckert doing the catching. Holtzman is at first, Sanders is at second, Lee is at short, and Sonneson is at third. And from left to right in the outfield, Tucker, Gonzalez, and Grell. A lot of local talents. We'll see Grell in the bottom of the first leading it off. A Garrett Morgan alum, and we'll talk more about their growth as a program as they were able to build something nice over the past couple of seasons. Schuster's 0-1. Patchett thought about it, but in the end holds up.
Can't appeal that. I understand why that gets checked all the time. You're not allowed to appeal on the opposite side of the mound, technically speaking, at least in OHSAA. Maybe in NCAA that's different. Generally, NCAA, they have 3-man crews, but...
And, of course, this is a USCAA and NJCAA crossover. The 1-1, Patchett swing and a miss, chasing the high heat.
Yeah, I don't know which rules they're using exactly, but
We do know it is going to be 2 7-inning games. That is the extent that we have. Count 1-2. Schuster missing low. We already talked about Grell, but it is Adam Lee and Leo Soneson in the 2-3 spots after him. That'll get things going offensively for the Commodores in the bottom of the first. Campbell awaits at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Schuster trying to get out of the inning. We'll have to wait as that time he misses outside. He has missed a lot outside, no matter if it is a lefty or a righty.
yeah, I don't know if he's got some nerves. Might have some nerves, doesn't want to hit people. You see that a lot.
Here comes the payoff pitch, and it is ball 4. Not enough to get too far away from accurate, as that could have brought in a run, but that will put runners at the corners for KSU Tusk. And that'll bring up Braden Main. And just, of course, as his strikeout to walk ratio became positive, it goes right back to even.
Yeah. Barry Main has one of the smoother swings on this roster. I really like his swing.
And Patch is going to go. They're going to step off. He's just going to die in the middle. And in the end, it worked.
They tried the dumb lefty.
That should go down as stolen base number 9 on the year for Jeremy Patchett.
It will. That I haven't seen that one in a while. That one became popular a couple of years ago in college baseball, where you just take off and then fall.
If there was anybody on this roster to try it in a game, it was Jeremy Patchett.
Yeah. Occasionally it's put on, though. You'll have it an actual play call. We called it the dumb lefty. We're going to have a conversation here with the umpires.
Could they say balk? Because, again, he disengaged, went back on, and then disengaged again. That's my question.
Oh, no. It clipped him, apparently. He was checking to see.
Oh.
It was in, but
But going back to what I was saying, could that have been in play?
Yeah. It depends on if his hands were together when he came back on.
But now in the 6th spot, here comes Nathan Ashcraft. A big chance here for the sophomore to do some big damage. In the first pitch, he will swing and miss. So far on the season, a .286 average and 5 RBIs.
I don't know if they said he swung.
Thought he did.
I thought he did too, but there was no signal made.
And Ashcraft, that time, no doubt about the swing as he fouls it off. And that'll bounce in the parking lot. I think that went right next to your car.
Hopefully not.
And that's why I did move mine back a little bit more.
Smart. I chose not to. I just parked backwards.
Live life on the edge. Here's the pitch, and it is up and out. So it could be 2-1 or 1-2. 2-1, I think that is signaled.
Well, it depends on the umpire. Some of them signal it as if the pitcher was reading it. Some of them don't care to.
I would assume that means 2-1.
That's what I was thinking.
We're going to find out here, as that should make it 3-1. Of course, the scoreboard not working today in-house. It's not going to happen, but let's get a big video board here. Let's get some primetime baseball back to the Pipeyard.
That would be awesome.
I definitely love that. Here's the 3-1, and Ashcraft will follow back. So I think either way, we're at a pretty clear area. Full count 3-2.
Yeah, I believe it is. But I'm really confused about what that call was.
Game Changer said it was a strike, I think. But we'll see. Here's a big pitch coming. Swing and a miss. And that will retire the side. So a no-doubter there from Schuster getting his second punch out of the inning. And that will wrap things up for KSU Tusk's offense. Bases loaded, 2 down, but no damage done in the end. To the bottom of the first inning we go in Lorain. No score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Today's broadcast is brought to you by John G. Cloth Consulting. Thank you to the Cloth and Bohannon families for helping to make today's telecast possible. To the bottom of the first inning we go at the Pipeyard in Lorain. No score on SmeeSports as you are watching college baseball. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Bryce Fisher. Bases loaded, 2 down, no damage done.
Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted. Well, I mean, you don't want to get bases loaded, but that's how you get out of it if you are Lorain County in that situation. You don't want to allow a big-time hitter to get a big-time hit there and break this game open early.
And you look at the top 3 in their order. It's Carlos Grell, Adam Lee, and Leo Sonesson. You have speed, then it turns over to an efficient hitter, and then you bring in the big guns with Leo Sonesson. A good 1-2-3 setup, and of course, Holtzman batting .304 on the year with 6 RBIs. Another efficient hitter.
Yeah, very efficient. They're a good hitting team. They've just had their woes. You know, they give up a lot of runs. That's been their big thing, is limiting the amount of runs they give up would probably save them in a lot of these games. They just haven't been able to efficiently get out of innings as a pitching staff.
And in the JUCO and USCAA game, it is so common to see a lot of high-scoring games. First pitch from Kent is in the dirt for a ball. And looking at Bryce and Kent so far this year, a 5.9 ERA, 8 appearances, 7 starts. So this is appearance 9, start number 8, 3-1 on the year, and a total of 22 innings pitched, or 29 rather.
Yeah, he's been pretty efficient. I know the outing we saw of him, he was very, very good. I believe he took 1 hit into 6th.
Something along those lines, as that pitch is in the dirt. A strong start here for Carlos Grell, just complete patience.
Yeah, he hasn't had to do much here.
You get him on, and then from there your offense can roll a little smoother. And for his confidence to get him on, that would be huge.
He's got good speed, too. I was watching him.
And there is ball 4, so on straight pitches, Carlos Grell will reach. And that is what makes Jake Solomon a great head coach. He recruited these guys for a reason. He is trying to change the culture here at Lorain County, and he is giving guys a chance. Even when there are some struggles, he says, hey, I still believe in you. We're going to figure it out. And he leaves them at the top of the order, and just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
Yeah, that's what you needed. And now look for him to steal within first 3 pitches.
First pitch off the plate. So right now for Bryce and Ken, the goal is to locate the strike zone.
Yeah, you need a strike. If we were in Texas A&M right now, they would be chanting ball 6.
I think a lot of teams do that, and it's incredible. You really can't blame them.
No, and theirs is so much fun.
The 1-0, it's there for a strike, so 1-1 the count, and that is the first strike of the day for Bryce and Kent. And you said A&M, one of the really prominent baseball programs in the South. Tennessee is the state where Mr. Kent comes from. So I'm sure he's somewhat used to Texas A&M baseball. 1-1 is in the dirt, a delayed steal here, Bohannon. He won't throw, and Grell is in there easily.
Yeah, good jump on the dirty ball. Recognizing it was down, getting a good jump, being able to get in safely to second base. Now you set yourself up that on a base knock, you have a chance to score.
And as my coaches would say, you have to read the down angle. That was something that they preached to us at Holy Name under Tim Carter. Here's the 2-1. A good drive from Lee into shallow right field. It does have a chance to get down, but it will be caught in the corner by Schofield, and Grell will tag up with 1 down. The opening run of the day is at third for Leo Sonesson, the former Lakewood Ranger. And you talk about a player who did so much good for that program. It was he and Logan Ellis last year who were the key guys, a part of that class of 2025. Of course, the underclassman at the time, Riley Verteber, now a junior, and then you have BG commit Drew Jones leading the charge this year. Again, I've said it before, I see Lakewood in the Final Four this year. They fell in the regional championship last year. And 2, a lot of it becomes, hey, Ellis and Sonesson started it. We're going to finish it.
Yeah, I think Lakewood's a really good program, but obviously losing guys like Ellis and Sonneson, it hurts. It's something that's difficult to come back from. I think they have a good coaching staff in place. I think they understand what it takes to win. I think they'll be right there. I don't know if they're going to make it to Final Four, though.
It's going to be tough, but of course, you said it perfectly. Grant Graves, an amazing head coach, and Jared Edwards, I'm sure you've seen that Release Edwards team play a couple of times and just know how good they are.
Yeah, they're a very good team.
The 2-0 from Kent runs inside for ball 3. Of course, Leo Sonneson, once upon a time, was committed to the University of Mount Union along with Logan Ellis. Ellis stayed, Sonneson went here, and so far, that has been the right decision for him, batting .290 on the year with 11 RBIs. A really strong campaign for Mr. Sonneson. The 3-0 will miss for ball 4. It is the second walk today given up by Kent, and it's the second one in 4 pitches.
Yeah, now you can see Lake County try to get a little bit creative here. We're going to have a mound visit.
It'll be Coach Moroza coming out to talk to his pitcher. Of course, a key conversation here, as I don't think this is going to be about taking him out of the game, but I think it's going to be, hey, we have to find a way to settle it down. We do have one. A double play would help us, but they saw what we did with that steal attempt. They're not going to play nice.
No, and this might be a chance to get the infield all on the same page about what the first and third play is going to be. Maybe just, hey, what are you feeling right now? What's going on? There's a lot of things that could be said right here. Sometimes you're just trying to relax some nerves, say something that'll calm him down, get his head out of whatever space it's in.
As a coach, would this be a spot offensively and defensively? Defensively first, you throw back immediately to first, and if you do, as the offense, do you take off if you see him look over and try to do it that way?
I'd probably, assuming that there's going to be something in motion for Lake County, I'd probably pick off just nice, easy, lazy sort of pick off, just making sure they know that I'm aware of them. And then there would probably be some kind of back pick play.
Bunt is shown, and it is fouled away. And I feel like that is the ideal pitch. And for Kent, you kind of want to run that one inside a little bit.
Yeah, especially when they're bunting. You're always taught to throw up and in. It's the hardest pitch to bunt.
Luke Holtzman, the freshman from Avon, 1 home run, 6 RBIs so far in the year, batting .304. So very much like Logan Smith, a very efficient single hitter. And a good drive, but foul. So now the bunt is off the table, as that one will hit off the roof. We were warned, I will say that.
It's a very loud roof.
It's just like Munson.
Yeah.
Crusher's kind of too. Not as much.
Yeah, it's less metal.
Here's the 0-2, and it is tipped foul. So Holtzman will survive. And in the on-deck circle, it is the former Mustang, Brady Eckert. Excited to see what he can do for this Lorain County group. Of course, he'll be joined by, at the time of him joining, an alumnus of Strongsville, but still a month and a half away, Johnny Payne, a former teammate of mine coming to Lorain County. Again, the 0-2, swing and a miss, the high heat. The back pick's not in time. They relay home, and they got him. The side is retired. Excellent efficiency by KSU Tusk's defense. Perfect execution all the way around. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah, that was a real good job.
Well, watch it back on the replay. I did not expect Bohannon to go to first with it, but a heads-up relay from Patchett. I mean, he zipped that thing home. And just like that, both teams a great chance to score, but it will remain 0-0 through 1 as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Welcome back to the Pipeyard. Top of the second inning. No score on SmeeSports as you are watching college baseball. Schuster's first pitch high for a ball, but Bryce, let's talk about both defenses. Early jams, both avoid disaster.
Yeah, they both get out of it, and obviously that's not what you want. You don't want the high-pressure situations early, but getting out of them is good. That's how you execute when you get into those situations.
And that'll prepare both of these teams as they try to make a playoff push down the stretch. 1-1 count on Walter as he will get the bunt down, but foul. Definitely a speedier player on this roster. I don't hate the move.
No, not at all. He's got good little wheels. He's able to move when he needs to. I like the idea. I like the thought.
A 237 hitter on the year with 6 RBIs and 6 stolen bases. Transferred in from Hawking College, so there is some familiarity with him and this Lorain County group. But, of course, this is not the Lorain County of old, and Coach Solomon will be the first one to tell you that. 1-2 the count on Walter. Schuster sets and delivers, as this time it'll miss in the dirt. But a fair amount of strikeouts so far. A combined 3. Schuster has 2 and Kent has 1. Rather, reverse that. Kent has 2 and Schuster does have 1. And that second strikeout for Kent was a big one as it turned out to be a double play. The 2-2, swing and a miss, 1 up, 1 down, and there is strikeout number 2 today for Schuster.
Yeah, it looks like Schuster is ready to take his mound strut, but
Actually, that was number 3. I'm all over the place counting.
It's okay. I don't know how to count, so.
Third strikeout of the day, second in a row going back to last inning, and that'll bring up the big Texan himself, Wyatt Bohannon. 6 long balls so far on the year, and he gets well underneath that one. A pop-up into foul territory. Eckert is going for it, and he will make the play for out number 2. A nice ranging play by Brady Eckert.
Yeah, he had to move far for that one. He had to really get out there.
Far from routine. So 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Caleb Salgado, the senior out of Reed High School in Nevada.
I don't like the way he walked across.
Calling out Mr. Salgado?
Yeah, you always walk behind.
First pitch up and out. In the bottom of the inning for the Commodores, it is Eckert, Gonzalez, and Tucker. 5, 6, and 7 duo, so the heart of their order. Of course, though, these teams did play earlier on this season, and in a 9-inning game, KSU Tuscarawas did get the better of the Commodores. That's a big result for KSU Tuscarawas. Again, 16 wins. This is their best ever season, and they're just continuing to build on it. And the final of that game was 8-5 back on Holy Thursday last week. The 1-1 on the outer edge connects. Count now 1-2. If Salgado does his job, we go back to the top of the order with Caleb Campbell. And so far today, Campbell has the only base knock. Here's the 1-2. And Salgado will chop it foul.
Really like these timing games that Schuster and Salgado are playing, with Salgado really holding time and Schuster being in his set position before he can even finish this whole antics.
Both are confident in what they bring to the table, and that's huge for both sides. The 1-2, Salgado just over the second baseman and down into right center field. It's a 2-out base knock for the Golden Eagles.
It's a good piece of hand. Go down and get it. It's exactly how you do it there if you're Caleb Salgado.
So both base knocks today for KSU Tuscarawas come with 2 strikes. Excellent 2-strike hitting. And I'm sure Coach Morozek is very pleased with that.
Yeah, I think he would like them to get on base a little bit earlier in the count, though. Get a fastball and drive it.
And now here comes Caleb Campbell, 1 for 1 today as that first pitch runs inside. But the job that Coach Morozek has done at KSU Tuscarawas, it's incredible. He inherited 11 players his first season. 11 players at a college baseball team. Incredible to see what he's built, and his recruiting too. He's told us on numerous occasions it's not easy to get people out to Tuscarawas County, but he has gone to pretty much every corner of the country and has found somebody talented.
Well, I mean, there's hundreds of unrecruited baseball players. You can find them if you really look hard enough.
It's just like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Sometimes.
In both cases, Lorain and KSU Tuscarawas, I would say they have so far. And I'm sure in seeing Lorain County last year, we saw them against Tri-C, and they looked completely out of place.
Yeah, they did. I was at that game. Yeah, it was a rough one.
2-1 there, now 2-2 the count. Of course, that game is next Tuesday, but this Lorain County team, much improved, and a lot of that comes down to the former Tri-C assistant, Jake Sullivan.
Yeah, he's done a really good job so far. I'm curious to see how that game goes between Tri-C and Lorain County.
Runner goes on the 2-2 as Campbell fouls it off. Of course, this past weekend, Tri-C getting the 3-1 series win over Clark States. But a lot of that came from the 5-run 5th inning last night in game number 2. That game was 1-1 for the longest time. JB ended up giving Tri-C the lead. But Jack Keevel up in the press box, he brought out the Seminole chant, and it worked perfectly. The moment that he played it, everything just changed for that offense. And I can't explain it. Here's the 2-2. Campbell down the third base line. It will be foul. So we will do it again. But I think Tri-C's story really did help put JUCO on the map in the local area, as you're seeing more and more top-tier players actually sign on.
Yeah, you're definitely seeing it more and more. Not that JUCO was always thought of as a joke, but you never really thought of it as much because you would see a lot of like videos of how awful the playing conditions are and taking random buses.
Not here. Not
No.
by any stretch of the imagination. And you look at the home fields, of course, Lorain County, not just here at the Pipeyard, but also at Crushers, KSU Tusk, now using Conotton Valley High School's field. Tri-C, a beautiful facility. Excellent all the way around. Salgado, he will be in motion here on the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. The side is retired. Second strikeout of the inning for Schuster. Gets the job done. He now has 4 on the day. Middle of 2 in Lorain. No score on SmeeSports. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Today's broadcast is brought to you by John G. Cloth Consulting. Thank you to the Cloth and Bohannon families for helping make today's telecast possible. Welcome back to the Pipeyard in Lorain, bottom of the second inning. No score on SmeeSports as you are watching college baseball. Once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Bryce Fisher. An interesting game so far. Two very talented teams, of course, and two teams on the up and up. And they've kind of evened each other out.
Yeah, they have. It's been a very standstill game so far. There hasn't been a lot. You know, we put a couple guys on, you put a couple guys on, you get out of a jam, we get out of a jam. It's been a really good back and forth. First
pitch to Eckert just misses off the plate. But Bryson Kent had a really rough start to this game. 4 consecutive balls, a leadoff walk for Carlos Grell, but since then he has locked it in. Of course, did have another walk, but that double play to end the first inning was huge for the Golden Eagles, as that sets the stage for today going forward. If they can work out of jams easily, this game could easily be decided by a run or two.
It definitely could be, and you just got to fill it up. That's the big thing.
Kent's 1-1 is fouled away by Eckert. After Eckert, it goes to Gonzalez, then Tucker. So 5, 6, and 7 this inning for the Commodores.
I think if he just attacks the zone early, he'd probably be in a great position.
And again, Eckert gets a good piece of it foul.
So they haven't been able to find good barrel yet.
And as well, it does look like the sun is trying to come out here.
Hopefully.
It's been cloudy pretty much the entire day. Again, the 1-2, and Eckert will take it up and in. But I think when we got here, it felt like September. We talked about that, and I'm sure even in Avon it was worse because you're closer to the lake.
Yeah, and I had to grab my hoodie out of the car, which was kind of sad.
In April, the 2-2 Eckert, a strong take. Now a full count, 3-2.
It wasn't nice yesterday either. I was at Malone watching my sister's lacrosse game, and the wind was brutal.
It was brutal in the press box yesterday. I will say the two guys up in the box with us did hog the space heater. Payoff pitch, it hits them. And it is a hard 90 for Brady Eckert. Free pass number 3 today surrendered by Kent.
Yeah,
Has to be careful of that.
It's not what you want early on here.
And that'll bring up Michael Gonzalez, the center fielder. The freshman played his high school ball for John Marshall. So a lot of Senate League guys being represented in the starting lineup today. A couple other Garrett Morgan guys, too, that are on the roster. And he will bunt, popped up over towards third, and it will drop foul. And when I see a bunch of these guys, Bedford, Garrett Morgan, the Cleveland schools, you know who I think of immediately? Corey Douglas. I think of that RBI Guardians team. If you look at that roster,
Yeah,
he finds players from all different areas of Cleveland, whether it be the east side, west side, you name it. And he builds one heck of a roster every summer.
Yeah, well, it helps when you play for free.
That also does help.
It
also helps when you're also going and playing for a guy who at one point in time was at Akron, but now at Mount Union and is presumed to be the heir apparent to Coach Hesse. That also helps. 1-1 over towards short and through for a base knock. A nice piece of hitting there by Michael Gonzalez. And that'll be the first base knock of the day for the Commodores, putting 2 on, nobody out for Jaden Tucker.
This is exactly what the Doors wanted here.
And that'll bring up a hitter who so far this year has hit .308 with 3 doubles, 1 homer, and 2 RBIs. So another strong hitter here from Middletown Madison High School.
That's a nicely named high school.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Rolls off the tongue. And he will show bunt, and he will get the bunt down, and it's going to die in no man's land. He will beat it out. And that will bring Eckert on home. The Commodores strike first in Lorain. An excellent bunt and excellent base running all the way around by the Doors.
Yeah, it wasn't anything complicated. That's just a straight sacrifice bunt to the first base side and no communication about the bunt coverage. Somebody has to be over there or understand who is just late. We're so late.
And now Coach Morozek is going to go out and appeal something, and quickly will go right back.
I have a feeling he was asking if he was in the baseline.
And I think the answer was no. Or yes. I think the runner was in the right spot, and
It's so touchy. Because to run in a straight line from the right-handed batter's box, it's impossible for you to stay on the right side of that foul line.
runner goes, the bunt shown, pulled back. Bohannon throws down, it's not in time. And it's a stolen base for Jaden Tucker. Everything is being put together perfectly by Lorain County.
Gosh, I can't remember who it is. I'm trying to remember the manager for the Nationals. There was a play just like that where the guy was inside the baseline and they said it was interference.
Frame on the 1-0, chops it over towards third. Maine will take it. His throw is in time to first for out number 2, but that will drive in run number 2 of the inning.
But he ended up in his postgame interview printing out a picture of where the runner's feet were to prove that he was inside the baseline and showing it to all the reporters.
That's incredible. That was actually out number 1. But 2-0 Lorain County. A nice job there from Frame. And that'll bring up Jacob Sanders, the second baseman from Columbia Station High School. That bunt perfectly placed. And the throw is wide, but Patchett stays on the bag for out number 2. Another bunt. Really identifying the small ball mantra quickly here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And now here comes Carlos Grell with a great chance to reintroduce himself to the JUCO game. Second chance today as he walked his first time up. But either way, the Commodores in a great spot. And if they win one of these two games today, they will officially have a better record this year than they did last year, with still so many games left to play. Grell this time fouls it off down the left side. And that is his first swing of the day. Did not swing his last time up as he walked on 4 consecutive pitches. 0-1 count here on the right fielder. The pitch in the dirt.
He's got to be looking to do damage here. There's a big left center gap right now. He's aiming for that terminal ready mix sign out there in left center.
I don't blame him. That'd be a great spot to find. That would bring in the run and then potentially get him on second base. Swing and a miss, just cuts below it. Now 1-2 the counts. And if you are Kent State, you have to then go to your 2, 3, and 4 hitters and say, we need a response quickly. If you don't get the response in the third, there's a chance Lorain County comes back and just continues where they left off. Swing and a miss, and that is where they will leave off, as that is out number 3. Strikeout number 2 today for Bryce and Kent. But a strong inning for the Commodores. Plates 2, end of 2 in Lorain. It's the Commodores up 2-0 on KSU Tusk. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Top of the third inning here in Lorain. 2-0 your score. Lorain County able to plate a pair in the bottom of the second inning as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports. Larson, Schofield, and Patchett do up this inning for the Golden Eagles. Count out 1-1 as Schuster is able to reconnect with the strike zone. But so far today, 4 punch-outs, 2 hits allowed. He has been rock solid.
Yeah, and you really need the leadoff guy to get on here. This inning is a big one. This will be a swing inning.
And as I said in the second, if you don't score here, Lorain County can just continue to try to find a way to run away with it. Instead, Larson puts this one into left center field. It's a leadoff base knock for the Golden Eagles. And for the first time today, the hit comes without 2 strikes. Only 1 that time around. And I'm sure they're glad to have that taboo off their back.
Yeah, they definitely are. Being able to get a hit early in the count allows you to kind of play your game rather than play theirs.
And they're getting more aggressive. Some earlier swings as that one is fouled away by Schofield.
Yeah, and right now if I am Schuster, I'm just attacking the inner half on Schofield until he proves he can get his hands there quick enough.
The 0-1. Schofield again flies this one foul. Count now 0-2.
They're doing a good job on foul balls. They haven't had to replace many yet.
Really impressive. Usually at some point in the game, the umpires will say, hey, we need foul balls, and that's typically pretty early. Schuster's 0-2, runs inside, the runner goes, high throw, the tag, not in time. Eckert had him on the initial option, just threw it too late and too high.
Yeah, and that's one of those as a shortstop. You learn this with age. You just act as if it got through, and maybe you get the guy to step off, and you can give him a late tag.
No theatrics that time around, but a better chance now for Schofield. The 1-2, and Schofield puts this one into right center field, and it will be caught. An excellent play out in center. They go for the double play, and they will not get it. But very nearly an 8-6 double play, but a big first out recorded by Gonzalez.
What a grab.
Excellent range to get there. And I don't blame Larson one bit for running the way that he did. I think, at least on my end, I thought that was for sure going to find a way to get down.
Yeah, I definitely thought he was going to be getting down, but heck of a job to go get that and stab it out of the air.
And now here comes Jeremy Patchett, who walked his first time up. And Patchett will take a first pitch strike.
Yeah, he didn't like that one.
But for Jeremy Patchett, this is your time to shine. Go out there and prove why you're one of the key players on this roster. This time he will sky it, and it is caught by Eckert for out number 2. Second time he has been called into action behind the plates.
Yeah, he's great defensively. He has a very, very good understanding of how the ball is going to move when it goes up and it's behind the plate. Does a great job there.
And with 2 down, that'll bring up B-Main, Braden Main. A hard 90 his first time up. Still has a runner at second, which is Larson. For KSU Tusk, the goal here is to do something with your opening hits. Instead, a chopper over towards short. Lee's throw is wide, and that will bring in Larson from second base, and Maine is now in scoring position. It's the first true error of the day, and just like that, Nathan Ashcraft has a chance to tie it up.
Yeah, for Luke Holtzman, he's got to be able to block that ball, seeing as it's off the bag and down. You got to come off the bag and try to stop that there, knowing that the runner on third is going to be trying to round that. Limit the damage there.
Either way, KSU Tusk able to respond in the top of the third inning. The question is, will it be 1 run or can they tie it up? Ashcraft, first pitch, fouled back. Looking ahead to the bottom of the third, it is Lee, Sonneson, and Holtzman. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Commodores. But so far, the defense is really telling the story.
Yeah, and KSU's kind of in a pickle right here because if they don't tie this up, and LCCC has a chance to come up with the meat of their order and do some damage, it's going to put them in a tough spot to come back from. They need to tie this up right here.
Not that they can't come back, but momentum is key, especially here at home. The 1-1 perfectly in there from Schuster. And the longer he stays in the game, the worse for KSU Tusk.
Yeah, especially because it seems like he's getting in rhythm and it'll be a little bit warmer, so his fastball is going to be jumping a little bit.
Count now 1-2 on Ashcraft. To end the inning, yes, the side is not retired.
Dropped it.
Ooh. Really couldn't see the drop from here.
Yeah, it fell right in front of him.
Count now 1-2.
That's what we say, first 5. CATCH.
And that time a tie.
Got to catch the ball if you're a catcher. I know it's hard to squeeze those foul tips sometimes, but
I think we saw that happen yesterday at Tri-C. 2-2 count now on Ashcraft. This is a free life for him. And he will do plenty with it. A good swing into left field. They will send Maine from second, and he will score. We are tied at 2. It's an RBI single for Nathan Ashcraft.
it's exactly what you needed from Nathan Ashcraft right there. Great piece of hitting.
Absolutely just made them pay.
Stays down on it. Chest stays down.
And that's one again that we go back to that drop third. Or not really drop third, but just what would have been a third strike as it was a foul tip. That's the difference between 2-1 and 2-2, and maybe even more than 2-2.
Yeah, and that comes back and bites him here.
And that'll bring up Owen Walter. Go ahead run for KSU Tusk now at first. And a swing and a miss there from Walter.
It was a good hard hack.
The 0-1. A close pitch, but a miss from Schuster.
He's got that Jeff Bagwell sit to him.
Could see that one too. Count now 1-1. And it'll miss high. Again, Walter, a transfer from Hocking College, played his high school ball over in Worcester for Triway. A really strong team out of the Pac-7. 2-1, Walter gets well underneath it and skies it foul. Count out 2-2 as that one will be lost to the woods.
Yeah, Triway is such a bizarre little school.
Beautiful facilities, though.
Yeah, they got well, the wind on the field is absurd. And it feels like it changes every 5 seconds, but
The 2-2 to Walter is low, and we are full. But other than that, turf fields, a great gymnasium, great all the way around.
it's just in a weird spot. Like it doesn't feel like there's anything within 5 miles of there, and then there's just a high school.
And the payoff pitch is on the outer edge for strike 3 looking. The side is retired. Strikeout number 5 today for Schuster. Gets the job done. But, of course, the storyline here is simple. We are tied at 2 apiece. KSU Tusk able to respond. To the bottom of the third we go. Honors even on SmeeSports. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Today's broadcast is brought to you by John G. Clough Consulting. Thank you to the Clough, Dan Bohannon families for helping to make today's telecast possible. Bottom of 3 here at the Pipeyard in Lorain. 2-2 your score. A strong bottom of the second inning for Lorain County. Played it 2, but KSU Tusk able to respond well in the top of the third. And for the Commodores, we will see Lee, Sonneson, and Holtzman. So 2, 3, and 4 due up. And as you said, this could be another damage point for the Commodore offense.
Yeah, you need Bryce and Kent to really settle in here, filled up. Can't give up a big inning.
The 0-1 fouled back. Count now 0-2. But once again, a beautiful sight here at the Pipeyard in Lorain. And even the grass in the outfield, it is clearly well maintained.
Yeah, they do a really good job.
The 0-2 is, again, fouled away. And it is going to bounce away. But an 0-2 count remains here. Lee so far today 0 for 1 as he flew out to right field. And this time they will get him 1 up, 1 down. Strikeout number 3 today for Bryce and Kent. And that'll bring up Leo Sonneson with the bases clear. And for Sonneson, who last time up walked, this is where he wants to show off his power.
Yeah, this is his chance to.
And he is one of the more powerful guys on this roster. Can do a lot of damage as he swings and misses right through it.
Yeah, I imagine he likes the Pipeyard better than Lakewood's field because you need to poke to get one out on the left field side there.
And in right field, forget about it.
Yeah.
But we've seen a fair amount of home runs at Lakewood and a couple times being there. Summer ball we saw last year with Xander Triplett. He had another nice poke, and then whoever was behind him also hit one. The 1-1 high for ball 2.
He started the year red hot for Louisville.
And they got a big win on Saturday, I believe it was, against University.
Yep.
Here's the 2-1. Sonneson takes it in the dirt for ball 3. And in a week and a half's time, we should be seeing the Leopards over at Canal Park as they take on Alliance. That'd be a fun game to watch. Here's the 3-1. Sonneson down the line foul.
Yeah, just hooked that one. Real close, though.
And there is his power again on display. Full count now, 3-2 on the former Lakewood Ranger. And here comes Kent's payoff pitch. A good drive again from Sonneson. This time fair, and it will fall in left field for a one-out base knock. An excellent adjustment by Leo Sonneson. Straightened it out perfectly.
Yeah, really good job. That's exactly what you tried to do there. You pull one just a little bit too far. That time, sit back a hair second longer. Drive into left field, get yourself a base knock. Now you got a chance to start a little bit of a rally here.
And that'll bring up Luke Holtzman, the first baseman so far. Over one today with a strikeout. Bottom of 3, 1 down, and the score tied 2-2. A nice block there from Bohannon. Count out 1-0.
Bohannon's been really good today.
And of course, on that relay play from Patchett, did the right thing, got the tag down, and in the nick of time, retired the side. Long pause before the 1-0, and that time Kent is able to respond.
Yeah, getting it in there. That's how you do it. Curious to see if we're going to see a bunt here or maybe a delayed steal.
This Lorain County team, so many times today, have shown bunt. This time they don't, and they will take a ball. But a very competitive pitch there from Bryce and Kent. Definitely a close one.
Yeah. LCCC is trying to get something started here, trying to get a little bit of action.
After Holtzman, it turns over to Eckerts. And Bohannon, another strong block. Without him behind the plate, this could be a different game.
Definitely. It would definitely be a different game.
Because you go back to the first inning, you easily score there. And then, of course, you kind of just go down that rabbit hole. 3-1 the count on Holtzman. And Holtzman will walk. Put 2 on now for Brady Eckerts. The last time we saw Eckert, he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, I'm sure he's looking to do a little bit of damage here. Get a little get back.
And if he could put this one into really either left center or right center, but you see the gap I'm going to say next, right in field, just down that line.
Yeah. Drop it over the first baseman's head.
Put it over there, look out, and he's on it. Fouls it off in that direction. And as a catcher, you understand what the pitcher is most likely going to throw at you because you're on the opposite end of that, receiving it most times.
Yeah, I've seen a few times, though, where catchers get a little bit too much in their head and overthink that.
The 0-1 left high.
Like when you have an uber athletic catcher, there's a chance that they can't get through their head, that they just have to react. Sometimes they think too much instead of trusting their instincts.
And some of that comes from just being overly confident. The 1-1, Eckert chopped foul. Count now 1-2.
It's interesting to see his swing here. It's harder to see it from the overhead. I think you could see it in the on-deck circle a few times. But he's got that HLP type swing.
The 1-2 again fouled down the right field line.
The Aaron Judge style, teacher man style, I can't remember. I want to say his name's Rob Schneck, where you basically drill into the back foot and then you try to coil and then snap the bat downwards as you turn.
The 1-2 again right side. But yet we haven't seen any movement from the right fielder towards the line.
No, he's expecting him to try to over-adjust. But I think he might slice one, and it'll just be out of the reach if he puts one that way.
If that ball's on the right field line, that is going to be a very, very teachable moment.
Yeah, and that ball's going to be slicing like crazy.
Again, the 1-2, and this time it's left high. The back pick's not in time, but a very strong attempt from Bohannon.
That was a good job, and that was a quick tag from Patchett.
Their chemistry is really impressive. And it looks like as well we are going to see somebody start to get stretched out in the bullpen. Here's the 2-2, and it's in the dirt. But what a battle from Brady Eckert.
Yeah, he's doing a real good job working this count. Full count now. He's got a chance. Either get on or put the ball in play.
And the on-deck circle is Gonzalez, who already has singled today. Could be a big breakthrough in the game. Kent's payoff pitch. It is again fouled off. You talk about QABs. This is the definition of it.
Especially if it ends in a positive here.
If he walks, even better, or for Brady's sake, if he can get a good swing. So again, the payoff pitch, Eckert over towards short, and it is just through into the outfield, and that will load up the bases. That is why you hang in every single at-bat. Well done, Brady Eckert.
Yeah, great job from Brady Eckert. That's called a team player right there. Nothing crazy. Keep playing. Find a way. Eventually something good might happen.
I'm sure as a coach yourself, Bryce, if one of your guys did that, you would be applauding them so much.
Be fired up. So that's a fire starter right there. That'll get your team going.
And for Gonzalez, a chance to really improve on the day, as so far, he's 1 for 1.
Yeah, I think he's feeling it a little bit. He's got the juices flowing.
A 258 average on the year and an alumnus of John Marshall High School. A chopper down the third base line, foul. Did you know that my great-grandfather went to John Marshall High School?
Did you know that my great-great-great-uncle saved Archduke Franz Ferdinand?
The 1-1 is going to skip away, and that will give Lorain County the lead. That'll make it 3-2. A nice job reading the down angle, but back to the story. Before the war, he was a great track star for John Marshall, and at home I have a bunch of the newspaper clippings, and he set some records there, too. Way back in the day in the 1940s.
It's interesting. I guess. I don't know.
Received a Purple Heart for his efforts in the Battle of the Bulge at the back end of World War II in 1944, December of 1944, out in France to be exact. Count now 3-1 on Gonzalez. And the on-deck circle turns to Tucker. We knew this inning was going to be a pivotal one for the Commodores, but the question is how pivotal? And, of course, that hinges on how many runs they will score. Kent's 3-1. Gonzalez fouls it back, and we are full.
This has been a really impressive inning so far from Lorain County. Their at-bats have been really impressive. Still only one out.
And worst-case scenario, even if you just score one, you wore down the starting arm of KSU Tusk.
Yeah.
Here's the payoff pitch, and it will hit Gonzalez. That one is going to sting.
He'll be fine.
But again, the bases are loaded. Now Tucker a chance to blow this game open.
Yeah, and Tucker's got sneaky juice to him, too. As we get
One
a
home
mound
run of the year. I wouldn't be surprised to see some action in the bullpen, and just like that, we will.
Yeah, this is probably a delay tactic if I had to guess.
Try to get a number as to who's out there. It's not going to be Billman, but he will be out there just kind of supervise.
Yeah, he's the babysitter.
But, of course, Billman last year was a starter, but now in the bullpen, he has become a great guy to come in. If you need a few innings, he'll get those innings, and he'll do good.
It's the David Bryce archetype career path.
Trying to see who's out there. That's not Castillo, is it?
I don't know why I'm even looking. I'm
Can't really tell.
blinder than a blind man.
But I'm sure we'll find out the moment that he does come on the mound. But bases loaded here for Tucker, who brought in a run on a bunt his last time up. And the first pitch he sees is a strike.
That's what you needed from Bryce and Kent there, getting back into it.
But I would say the bunt is really out of the equation here.
I wouldn't rule it totally out of the equation, but
Now I would.
yeah, now I would. Unless, oh, who was that?
Salem.
Salem.
PTSD on your end?
Oh, man. I text my players about that.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, and on 3 pitches, he is retired. Strikeout number 4 today for Bryce and Kent. Now 2 down for Jackson Frame.
Told my players I would demote them if they ever bumped with 2 strikes. Even if I call it, don't do it. If I call it, it's definitely because I wasn't paying attention.
But for Jackson Frame here, the unique thing about him, he is from Newcastle, Australia. Bases loaded, 2 down for Frame as that one is fouled off. So far today, 0 for 1 with a ground out, but it was a very productive ground out as it drove in a run.
Wonder if he got a call for the Australian national team in WBC. There was a couple college guys.
Never know. Count now 1-1 as that one will miss off the plates.
I was surprised by, not by the level at which they were looking for guys, because obviously those countries don't have unbelievable talent in baseball, but it was interesting to see college guys being recruited for that.
Not too surprising. There's talent all the way around. Just depends on what level are you playing.
Yeah.
I'm sure Bazana, if it was a few years earlier, would have been called up.
He got a call he talked about that. He got a call, but he was in the middle of his college season at Oklahoma State. So he opted not to play. He played Oklahoma State, but
Point being.
Yeah.
3-1 count here on Frame. And he will take it off the plate for ball 4, and that will walk in a run. Lorain County able to replicate their efforts from last inning, and plate 2. Here comes another mound visit, and that will most likely do it for Bryce and Kent.
It will. Second one, they got to pull him.
Of course, a tough way for him to go out. A strong start to the day, but Lorain County, just in the end, was able to get the job done and really got to him, and that is going to do it for Bryce and Kent. When we return, we will have a new arm on the mound for KSU Tusk. 4-2 your score, bottom of 3. Lorain County in control, and we do have our new pitcher. It is going to be Darian Checo on the mound when we return. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Darian Checo now on the mound for KSU Tusk in the bottom of the 3rd inning. LCCC in a great spot of 4-2, still with the bases loaded here on SmeeSports. Once again, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Bryce Fisher. What is the recipe for success right now for Lorain County, as they have looked great over the last 2 innings offensively?
Yeah, I mean, without an extra base hit so far, they've just done a really good job with their plate discipline and forcing quality at bats. The length of their ABs has been really, really impressive. It's been a very solid game so far, and I think as long as they continue being efficient at the plate and not allowing a lot of strikeouts, they'll continue to grab this lead.
And I think we both did expect Kent to not really go too long today, just for the sole fact of those long at-bats.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, that the length of their at-bats was going to affect him in a huge way.
And in the end, it did. So now here comes Jacob Sanders, the second baseman. He bunted out his last time up. But with the bases loaded and still 2 down, another great chance for the Golden Eagles to really show that they can hang in the game. And on the opposite end for the Commodores, to show that they mean business.
Yeah, they're probably looking to blow this one open here. Even with 2 outs, you got to be trying to blow this one open.
Make it 6-2, 7-2. Something comfortable. A hard hit ball over towards short. This should do it for the inning. The throw to 1 is in time on an excellent stretch from Patchett, and the side is retired, but not before a great response from Lorain County comes in and concludes. 2-run score in the third. To the fourth we go. As the Commodores up 4-2 on KSU Tuscarawas. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Today's broadcast is brought to you by John G. Cloft Consulting. Thank you to the Cloft and Bohannon families for their part in making today's telecast possible. On to the fourth inning we go at the Pipeyard in Lorain. 4-2 your score as you are watching college baseball on SmeeSports. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Bryce Fisher. A little windy today. The sun, though, has come out a little bit. But either way, a great day of baseball, especially for Lorain County so far, as they have shown their offensive chops and they have been strong.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, and we're getting a little bit of wind blowing through the press box, slamming this door into my chair over and over again. But overall, it's been a pretty nice day.
Just close the door.
And lose 3 of our cameras.
They close under the door.
I wasn't able to fit them.
Then J-Rod must have lied to me.
Probably.
We'll have to ask him about that later.
He's a liar.
The 1-0 misses wide, now 2-0 the count, and of course J-Rod doing a nice job with our field level camera that you now see on your screen.
He's done an okay job.
It's nice to have that extra angle, though, down outside of the press box.
He's overrated.
What's the J-Rod hate for as that one's there for a strike?
And then there was a bug on screen for a second. It's like, what are we doing, man? Wipe the bug off. Like, so unprofessional.
What did he do to you?
I don't know.
I think he's doing a great job. The 2-1. Off the plate for ball 3. Wyatt Bohannon so far this year, plenty of home runs. 6 home runs on the year, 28 RBIs, a .273 average. He has been quite strong this year.
Yeah, and we got to witness those 2 games against Penn State,
Fayette.
And
Bohannon, a deep drive to left field, got plenty of it, but too much underneath as it is a routine flyout for out number 1. But I think for a second, we both thought, okay, we heard the crack at the bat. That might be another one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure just based on the reaction of the outfield. It was more...
and that's what kind of sold me,
yeah.
too. But it was one heck of a swing, just got a little bit too far underneath it. Salgado, the first pitch he sees, is fouled off. Count now 0-1. But again, a beautiful sight here at the Pipeyard. A really, really nice press box. A really big press box for a baseball stadium.
Yeah, it definitely is. I thought they were going to host tournament games here this year again. I know they hosted a couple last year.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I would expect it. It's a good venue. It's a good site.
If we're strictly talking about the main press box, I think this is bigger than Munson. The 1-1, it is to the backstop. Because you have that one main renovated room, then you have the 2 radio suites off to the side that aren't renovated, which aren't a part of the main press box.
Yeah. I think this is bigger.
I would agree. The 2-1, it is in the dirt for ball 3. And the nice thing as well, you have 3 separate sections. You have PA and scoreboard in one. You have the camera bay, and then I would say visitor radio almost. Obviously, we're live video, but same difference. 3-1, Salgado into shallow left center, rather right center. It's down for a 1-out base knock. He is now 2 for 2 today. Nice piece of hitting, just a great swing and a great little drive off of the bats.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Kept his front shoulder in, stayed down on it, drove it nicely up the center of the field.
And now back to the top of the order we go with Caleb Campbell. 1 for 2 so far today. He has a single and a strikeout to his name. Right now 2:09, so just over an hour in. Of course, game number 2, as of right now, scheduled to begin at around 4 p.m. We'll see if that does happen or not. I believe they said 3:30, but it's just basically 30 minutes after game number 1. Bunt shown and quickly pulled back by Campbell. And that is the joy of a doubleheader. You really never know when game 2 is going to start.
I don't know if I call that the joy. Makes it a little bit difficult sometimes to order food or do anything.
Throwback is not in time to first.
Like having dinner plans or something makes it really difficult and annoying sometimes.
I mean, yesterday I was planning on getting home around 8 o'clock. I got home at like 6:30 because we were done quick with game 2.
That's nice.
The 1-0, a good rip off towards the left side and through into left field. It's another 1-out base knock. Campbell now 2 for 3 on the day. Nice little rally brewing for the Golden Eagles, and that'll bring up Cohen Larson.
This is a chance for Cohen to get something going, chip away here at this 2-run lead.
A bunt and a single so far to his name, along with a stolen base. And on the season, Larson, not at all a bad campaign. And as far as a freshman goes, it's been really impressive to see what he's been able to do.
Yeah, he's done a really good job as a freshman.
And that's the interesting thing with both levels. Of course, JUCO, a 2-year program, but KSU Tuscarawas, it's a 4-year. Out of the USCAA, where they compete in the Small College World Series, and of course, their goal is to get a bid. Top 10 teams get one. And they feel they have a chance to, for the first time ever in program history, make it. A 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. Which I wouldn't be surprised if they did, especially if you take 2 games away today. You're 18-13. You're in a pretty good spot. And for Lorain County, again, their storyline is if you win 1 game today, you already have a better record than you did last year. The 2-0 right down Broadway for a strike.
Yeah, I think both teams have improved tremendously from one year to the other. I think KSU Tus definitely has a chance. They need some pieces to fall their way, but they're definitely right there. And then LCCC, I mean, the growth is huge.
And another single. It's back-to-back-to-back. Larson puts it in left, and the bases are loaded now for Camp Schofield. And now the tying run is in scoring position for the Golden Eagles. This is their chance to take advantage and really get back in this game.
Yeah, and Schofield last time with a nice piece of hitting.
A flyout and a strikeout so far for him.
He hit the diving catch to go against him.
And this time his hope is to direct it a little bit further away from whether it be Gonzalez in center field or wherever he opts to put this one. Now, over the fence, that really gets rid of any issue he'd have.
Yeah, it's tough with that wind right now, blowing a little bit in for a lefty.
The 1-0 able to arc its way in, now 1-1 the count. But again, a beautiful day for baseball now. Slightly sunny here in Lorain. Schuster's 1-1. Schofield pops it up. He got jammed. And it'll be caught over at third for out number 2. A nice job by Leo Soneson to track that one in the sun.
Yeah, really good job. and a maneuver around the bag, make sure he didn't trip on anything.
And now that'll bring up Jeremy Patchett. 0 for 1 so far in this game with a pop out to Eckert, but his first time up, he did walk. And this could be where the game changes for KSU Tusk. Now, if you're Lorain County and you find a way out of this, that is huge for their momentum. First pitch there for a strike. And Schuster, he has been rock solid today. We've said that a couple of times, but really no issues with his game.
Yeah, he's been throwing really well today. I mean, when we were watching his pregame bullpen, thought he looked good.
But he has looked good as well in the actual game.
Yeah, performance doesn't always looking good doesn't always translate to performance. But he's looked the part today.
Definitely has. 1 ball, 1 strike. Patchett, a good drive deep to left center field, still carrying back, and that one is gone! It's a grand slam for Jeremy Patchett! And with 1 swing of the bat, KSU Tusk is up by 2! What a weekend for Jeremy Patchett, a grand slam today, and yesterday he signed a pro contract.
Before the game, he was our player. Off air, we were talking about who was going to hit the home run. Said if we had to guess one player today who's going to hit a home run and call our shot, we said Jeremy Patchett, both of us. Look at that.
I think the Spanish language says it best. En fuego.
There's no street out there, but a pa la calle.
Translate?
To the street.
Dr. Cortal would not approve of my Spanish, I don't think. For my grade, I hope he does. But KSU Tusk up by 2. We talked about a game-changing play, whereas Kurt Warner says a GCP. That's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, that is exactly what the doctor ordered right there. And now LCCC is going to get somebody hot.
Grounder now over towards short. This could do it for the inning. It will not, though. It's going to be dropped. And E6 as Lee's throw just got away from Holtzman. And Maine will reach safely. But we were 1 pitch away from saying Lorain County continues their great run of form and takes a 2-run lead into the bottom of the inning. Instead, we're talking about KSU Tusk having a 2-run lead.
Yeah, and a chance to keep adding on. I mean, I know they got 2 outs here, but inning's not over.
But this team just so impressive. And now that'll put 2 on, and that could force the hand of Coach Jake Solomon. Time is called. Is this the call to the bullpen, or is this a time-wasting move?
I would imagine time wasting. I mean, yeah, I would definitely imagine a time wasting move. I don't imagine he's going to pull him here. It doesn't look like the pitcher's exactly ready. And talking on the mound, I can't imagine they're just going to pull him as he begins walking off the mound. Schuster staying out there. And now as Coach Solomon's heading off the field, Schuster's going to stay up there. The runner on first and second, 2 outs, fresh count.
And now here comes Owen Walter. And the first pitch he sees is going to miss for a ball. But for those just tuning in, Jeremy Patchett with 1 swing of the bat completely changes this game. Now 6-4 KSU Tusk. The 1-0 misses for ball 2. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning for Lorain County, it is the top of their order. Grell, Lee, and Soneson due up.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to respond.
Runners are going to go, at least the first one will. Walter gets the bunt down into no man's land. They will send the runner home from second, and he will score. Perfect execution from KSU Tusk.
Great
and that'll
job.
make it 7-4.
Great job there.
And you can hear them from all the way up here. They are loving it. Time now called, and that is probably going to do it for Nick Schuster.
Yeah, I would imagine that's going to do it.
This inning just got away from him at the wrong time. A 5-run inning for the KSU Tusk Golden Eagles. Time now for the call to the bullpen, but KSU Tusk soaring high above Lorain, up 7-4 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. The call to the bullpen has been made by Lorain County in the bottom, or the top of the fourth inning. But what a turnaround for KSU Tusk. Out of nowhere, they get the job done. They plate 5, and this will be their biggest inning of the day so far.
Yeah, and now you need Ethan Taylor to come in and shut some things down.
And for Taylor, this is a really, really important outing. If he can't slow things down quickly, KSU Tusk can run away with this one.
Yeah, and you got a huge bat up, too.
And now a conversation being had, it looks like somebody down there with the umpires. Some kind of argument there.
I mean, I would imagine it has to do with the substitution and then some calls not going a certain way, but...
Interesting. But you look at this game again. We're going to go back to that one pitch. Get rid of that pitch. It's 4-2.
Yeah, it is.
Opposed to 7-4. And now you bring up Wyatt Bohannon. Bohannon's ready to go. And we'll see if we are ready to go as well down there. And it looks like we will be.
I'm really confused about what is happening right now.
Me too.
Oh, they kept pointing up here. I don't know what we did.
Don't know.
If they're watching Game Changer saying listen, your calls are awful.
Who knows? First pitch, it is in the dirt for a ball to Bohannon.
And there's been times I've done that. I still have a screenshot because an umpire was out of position. I showed him.
Oh.
He did not like that.
Did you get tossed?
No. It was after the game.
Oh, well, no harm, no foul there.
Yeah, he threatened to toss me. I was
And Bohannon, a deep drive, still going back in center field. It has a chance, and it is going to just fall at the wall. 2 runs will score. It is a 2 RBI double for Wyatt Bohannon. Make it 9-4 KSU Tusk.
big drive from Bohannon right there. He said it. He's got the juice.
Big Texas out there doing some big damage for the Golden Eagles.
Know how to say Texas in German?
I do not.
Texas.
And those are RBIs 29 and 30 on the year for Wyatt Bohannon. Another hit to improve his All-American case.
Yeah, he's definitely working towards it.
I think you compare his stats last year to Patchett, who was an honorable mention. His stats are better this year. And a really, really close miss there for Taylor. But I would say right now, Bohannon is an All-American, in my opinion. If I had to vote, I would give it.
I mean, I don't know all the stats of players like I do in Division I NCAA.
But comparing it to what the standard is, I think he's above it.
I'd definitely put him up there.
Salgado now a good drive, but fouled down the left field line. That one would have been gone.
I don't know if he's got the juice like that.
Where it landed, it was gone.
I don't know. Probably. I just feel like being a negative Nelly.
Don't do that. And now Taylor He will step off the mound. But for those just tuning in, a 7-run inning so far for KSU Tusk. And this has really changed the game.
Yeah, KSU Tusk offense has just exploded here.
Here's the 1-1, and Salgado will take it inside. Again, in the bottom of the inning for Lorain County, it's Grow, Lee, and Sonneson 1, 2, and 3. And they will have to step up in a big way. But is this how you thought this game would go?
You want the truthful answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. 2-1 up and out for ball 3. I'm going to re-ask the question. Based on the first 3 innings.
No.
There you go.
Prior to the game, listen, Coach Solomon's a great guy. I think he has a good coaching philosophy, and he's definitely on the rise with Lorain County here, but KSU Tusk good.
And as well, you really can't compete with the fact they have 4 years of guys to pull from. JUCO only has 2.
Yeah.
If this was just freshman sophomore versus freshman sophomore, this is a different game because outside of Bohannon, the majority of the guys who have stepped up today, and Larson too, are juniors or seniors.
Yeah.
Full count here on Salgado. And the payoff pitch is sent right back up the middle into center field. It is another base knock, and on the air, that will bring in a run. Salgado cruising to second. He is in there. He just gets around the tag. What a swim move by Caleb Salgado. Make it 10-4 KSU Tusk. I'll tell you what, J-Rod did have the definitive angle. What do you think?
I thought he was absolutely hosed.
We're going to find out here. Oh, he was.
I don't.
Again, he had the definitive angle, and that was pretty definitive, if you ask me.
Interesting.
I mean, we both saw the same play there.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Apparently the guy down at the field didn't.
That's a bad call.
Yeah.
But back to the top we go with Caleb Campbell. And this inning just continues to get better and better for the Golden Eagles. Up by 6 now. An 8-run inning.
Yeah, that's exactly what the doctor ordered, and then some. Getting a little bit of extra dosage here.
You go from being down to thinking, hey, can we run roll these guys? And another good drive, Campbell, deep to left center field. This time Gonzalez, he is there, and he will make the play to retire the side, and that will end the strong inning for KSU Tusk as the Golden Eagles explode to plate 8. Middle of 4 in the rain. It's the Golden Eagles up by 6 on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Well, Bryce, this game has completely flipped on its head. Bottom of the 4th inning. It is 10-4 KSU Tusk. Just heard a loud bang somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that was. Maybe a coach throwing something. Who knows? You know, Austin Schultz doing his skits as an angry dad.
But what an inning so far for the KSU Tusk Golden Eagles. Able to plate 8 runs, now up by 6. If you're Lorain County, you have to find a way to respond at least with a couple of runs.
Yeah, you got to get back in this one here, and for KSU Tusk, you got to have a shutdown inning.
First pitch, a ball to Carlos Grell. Again, it is De'Arion Checo on the mound now for KSU Tusk, replacing Bryce and Kent with 4 strikeouts. So both teams have already made their call to the bullpen. The 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. Or we just have an absurd high-scoring game. Always possible.
It's always possible.
You never really know. Checo's 2-0. Grell, a hard grounder over towards third. Maine's throw to Patchett is on the money. 1 up, 1 down. And this KSU Tusk defense, if they go 1-2-3, look out for next inning with their offense.
Yeah, this is, like I said in the, whatever the last broadcast I was on, I can't think, I'm blanking. 5-minute inning. You put up 5, there's got to be a 5-minute inning, get your offense back out there.
Highland Alliance.
Yep, that's what it was.
And with the 1 down, that'll bring up Adam Lee as his first pitch is a ball.
Do we have any word on that?
Max Preps no longer has the game.
Got it.
So I'm going to assume they're not going to finish it anytime soon.
Just doesn't exist.
The 1-0, swing and a miss, now 1-1. Once again, stick with us for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Initially scheduled for 4 p.m., but could be a little sooner depending on how quick this one goes.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's some families down there grilling.
You never know. You never know. Count now 1 and 2 on Lee.
They fed us nicely last time.
That was at home.
I know, but big boys got to eat. Now I'm a big boy.
So far today, Lee 0 for 2. And that pitch will miss in the dirt. But once again, thank you to everybody over at Lorain County Community College for allowing us to come in today to do both broadcasts. Really grateful to be here in the nice press box. The 2-2 left high, and we are full. But it really is a football press box.
Yeah, very much so, especially with all the windows being able to open and a lot of space in between windows.
I will say the only baseball aspect of it is the way the window's open. Payoff pitch, Lee, a deep drive to left field, still carrying back, and it is going to die on the wall just over the left fielder Larson. Lee, he is cruising into third. They have a chance to get him, but the throw is behind, and it is a 1-out triple for Adam Lee. Talk about life being injected into Lorain County.
Yeah, that ball was hammered. That's exactly what you need if you're LCCC right now.
And now a chance for Leo Soneson to come in and do some damage, and there it is, just over Larson.
Wonder if Larson's okay out there.
Nearly had it, though.
Yeah. If that relay was a little bit better, I think they would have had a chance to get him at the bag, too.
I agree. Soneson so far today, 1 for 1 with a walk as well. First pitch left high for a ball. But that is how you recalibrate as a team. You just gave up 8 runs, and you needed to find a way to rejuvenate, and they found it.
Yeah, it's just going to be heartbreaking if they're not able to plate that man.
Soneson, though, a good enough drive that could plate him. It will go into left center field, and it will be caught by Larson for out number 2. Here comes the relay, and it is not in time. It is a sacrifice fly for Leo Soneson, and that will make it 10-5. He did his job.
Yep, that's called a job well done.
So now here comes Luke Holtzman, the first baseman, a strikeout and a walk to his name so far. And looking ahead to the 5th inning for KSU Tusk, Cohen Larson, Cam Schofield, and Jeremy Patchett do up 2, 3, and 4. And, of course, we saw it happen the last time we saw Mr. Patchett in the batter's box. First pitch there for a strike. But a monstrous day for him.
Yeah, he's had a phenomenal day so far.
1 for 2, 4 RBIs and a walk, along with a stolen base. That pitch runs inside and will hit Holtzman. And that'll bring up Brady Eckert, who so far today is 1 for 1 as well with a hard 90. But for Holtzman, that is the third unique play today. Strikeout, walk, hard 90. Everything is happening at the plate for him.
Yeah.
And now for Eckert, he singled his last time up, and that was, I would say, the best at-bat of the day, just lengthwise and all things considered, with the exception of Jeremy Patchett.
It was the best one on the LCCC side.
By far. And another good swing from him, this time into the left center field gap, and it will get down just off of Larson, and that will mean extra bases for Brady Eckert. It is a 2-out double for the freshman catcher. He continues to swing the bat quite well.
Yeah. Finally, that gap that we've been talking about a few times came back to bite him.
And now here comes Michael Gonzalez. But wherever Brady Eckert lands for the long run at a 4-year university, they are going to get a really, really strong catcher and hitter.
Yeah, it just needs to put on a little bit more size, I think, and he'll be a very good player.
I feel like he'll have a lot of suitors waiting for him next summer. First pitch to Gonzalez there for a strike. But I think he made the right decision coming here to LCCC. Great spot to really unlock the rest of his potential.
Yeah.
And I could be mistaken, but I believe once upon a time he was committed to Lake Erie. Then, of course, with Eversole not getting the job somehow, he decommitted. As that one is put into center field, it's an RBI single for Gonzalez. Eckert, he will come around as well, and he will score. It's a 2 RBI single for Michael Gonzalez. Holds on a minute. It is now 10-7. What a response by the Commodores.
Yeah. Especially after the first out. They're coming back nicely into this.
Is this what you expected to see from them here?
Not really. After that long inning, I thought they would kind of come out flat. They've done a great job of staying hot.
And again, the last time these two teams played, it was a 9-inning game that ended up being 8-5. It's 10-7 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And again, we will have the call to the bullpen here for KSU Tusk. When we return, it's Aiden Baker on the mound in Lorain. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Aiden Baker is warmed up and ready to go for KSU Tusk in the bottom of the 4th inning. We have a football score here. KSU Tusk up by a field goal. 10-7 your score on SmeeSports as you are watching college baseball. It'll be Jaden Tucker, the left fielder, stepping in to begin Baker's time on the mound. And his first pitch will miss for a ball. But this is the inning that everything went down. 8 runs for KSU Tusk, 3 for Lorain County.
Yeah, this has definitely been the most eventful inning. I want to know where these raining baseballs are coming from that randomly bang on the roof.
No clue. The 1-0 there, it connects. Now 1-1 the count. Maybe it's just phantom noises at this point. You're imagining it.
Not because you heard it.
Maybe we're both imagining it.
Maybe it's Artemis 2
It could be.
or Orion. Dude, that was I don't know why I watched them unload that spacecraft. I think I watched for an hour and 45 minutes for them to get like 2 people off. I'm like, what are we doing? We can't do this a little bit quicker. We have the technology to fly around the moon and land back in the ocean, but we can't get them out of a boat within 2.5 hours as there's another ball in the outer half. I was so irritated.
I think you learned your lesson.
I did. I'm never watching that again. Should watch the Masters.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's not as entertaining.
3-1, the runner goes. It's put into shallow right field, and it will fall. Another perfect piece of hitting on the hit and run, and that will put runners at the corners for Frame. Frame is the tying run, keep in mind. What an obscure inning. Both offenses finding a way to put it together here.
Yeah, this has definitely been an interesting one. Both offenses have exploded, and pitching is struggling right now. As a pitcher, my heart is aching.
As a former hitter, I'm loving it. Give me the offense. 17 combined runs so far. And we are not even through the 4th inning. But a chance for Frame here. And his first pitch he sees is a strike. How much pitching is going to be used in game number 1? That's my question. And for game number 2, how much of a limited bullpen are we going to see?
Well, I think it's definitely going to have an impact. I don't know how their weeks are going to play out exactly.
And I think right now for Lorain County, the key for them is that their game was canceled yesterday.
Yeah, so they probably have the advantage with having a couple more guys that they're able to use today.
Their last game before that was Bryant and Stratton, and that was a split. So 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2 on Frame. But this Lorain County team, plenty of talented players, and we've seen it today. They are not out of this one yet. And on the opposite end, KSU Tuscarawas, they have not clinched this win. They are far from it.
Yeah, not even close.
The runner will go, and there's nowhere to go with it. They told him to step off too late. And now if you're Frame, you put this one in the outfield on the ground. It's 10-9.
Yeah, but it was poor execution. You got to understand that you got 2 outs.
Baker trying to end the inning. He will miss off the plate. After Frame, it turns to Sanders, then Top. Not even 10, 15 minutes ago, we were talking about a run rule.
Yeah.
Instead, we're thinking, okay, how does Lorain County come back and tie it? Baker's 2-2, a high chopper foul. Now that ball fair would cause a lot of issues.
Yeah, that would have been a chaotic one. Do you try to go home to get the force or to get the tag since your momentum's taking you there? Or do you try to go 1 to get the force?
You can do a lot of different things with it, of course.
It just kind of depends on momentum and what you're comfortable with as a player.
Count remains 2-2. And Frame will take a ball. Full count now, 3-2. Just to put this in perspective, if Frame walks, the go-ahead run would be in the batter's box. That sentence does not sound legitimate.
No, after the last inning, it definitely doesn't.
A big pitch for Baker and really everybody. Payoff pitch. It's to the backstop. It's ball 4, and it's a 2-run game. Gonzalez, he is loving it at home. Put him at the corners, and it's even more so trickery time. What is going on in the 4th inning?
I have no idea, but he should have probably just kept running. Go to second. They're not going to throw it. They throw it, they risk making this a 1-run ball game.
The tying run is at first. What a weird inning. Lorain County being outscored 8-4 in 1 inning. If they score one more run, they match the score from the 9-inning game a week and a half ago. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. And again, it goes back to having Bohannon behind the plates. They have really relied on him today.
Yeah, and that one happened to slip by, but he's done a great job so far today. He's probably getting tired. There's been a lot of balls in the dirt that he stopped.
And the 1-0 is fouled away. I'm surprised the runner has not gone yet.
I don't know why he hasn't. I mean, I guess if you're waiting for a off-speed breaking ball count, but in this situation, I think you're better off to just go with maybe a play on, early break, delay steal, whatever it may be.
Hit and run.
Hit and run.
The 1-1, thought about it, but takes strike 2.
He was falling out there.
Even more so, you go here. Maybe their whole goal was to try and get it where Bohannon doesn't stick the ball, pulls it away too early, it's a ball, and then from there, you cause some chaos. But it's all situational right now.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2, and that one's in the dirt. Now there's the delayed steal, and now he's there.
Yeah, how much do you trust your guys?
So a base hit could tie this game up at 10 in the 4th. I feel like I'm missing something, but we're not.
It's an interesting one.
Never a dull moment. The 2-2 off the plate, and we are full. In the on-deck circle, it is Grell at the top of the order. Either way, both teams will bat around this inning. Both teams will have at least 9 hitters.
That's absurd.
KSU Tuscarawas got 12.
It's just ridiculous.
It is. Here's the payoff pitch. A weak chop left side. This one has a chance. It's going to be a tough throw from short, and it's not in time. It's 10-9. What are we witnessing? It's an RBI single for Jacob Sanders, and the tying run is 90 feet away for the Commodores.
Wow. Way to hustle that out, though. That's all. That's a team player right there. You run that out, run that hard.
And you can tell that these guys play for each other. You can tell it so much.
Yeah, that was a great job.
This is why we love baseball. Games like this. The obscurities, what you expect, no matter. This is why this sport is great. First pitch right down Broadway for a strike as Sanders did fake the steal. So this inning is an 8-5 scoreline. Again, that was the score of the 9-inning game in Conotton Valley's facility.
Yeah.
And we matched it in 1 inning with 5 outs recorded. The 0-1, again, they're now 0-2. And now it's go time for Grell.
Yeah, you got to get something.
Even if you don't bring in this runner, it is going to be an interesting way to look at the inning, but a successful bottom of the 4th.
Oh, very successful. I mean, for both teams in a way.
But KSU Tuscarawas is trying to keep their lead intact. Runner goes on the 0-2. Grell swing and a miss. The side is retired. Strikeout 1 today for Baker. Gets the job done, and the inning is over. I think Elton John's song that's playing in the background says it best. I'm still standing. Lorain County plates 5 in the 4th to keep this one close. Through 4th, the Pipeyard. It's 10-9. KSU Tuscarawas on top on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to all of our advertisers in a special way as well to John G. Cloth Consulting for helping to make today's telecast possible. But one more time, there is our contact information on your screen. Back to the action in the top of the 5th inning, and if you would have told KSU Tusk that they would still have work to do the next time they came back to the plate, being only up 1 after plating 8 in the 4th, I don't know if they would have believed you.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think they would probably called you crazy.
I wouldn't have believed it either, but here we are, 10-9 your score in the top of the 5th. And for the Golden Eagles, it is Larson, Schofield, and Patchett, 2, 3, and 4 due up this inning. But you talk about baseball being such an unpredictable sport. Exhibit A, the 1-1 swing and a miss from Larson. This is realistically anybody's game.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part.
Never would have thought, just from what we saw early on. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and it is just off. But now who has the momentum?
You know, that is a good question. This is one of the ones where you're kind of in.
In the meantime, Larson, a good drive deep to left, and it is tracked down just in front of the warning track for out number 1. A nice job there from Jaden Tucker.
Real good grab there, but this is one of those that you're kind of like, no one really has momentum. I think both teams are both kind of shell-shocked right now, being like, how did that inning happen, and how are we still playing this game right now?
It's streaky all the way around.
Very.
Not necessarily a bad thing. That one right up the middle, and he says, thank you very much. 2 down. Ethan Taylor very grateful for that one.
Yeah, and that's the easy ones as a pitcher. As long as you actually jog it over.
And now here comes Jeremy Patchett, who hit a grand slam his last time up. Bases cleared, 2 down. So far, 2 up, 2 down this inning for the offense of the Golden Eagles. First pitch to Patchett. Yep. That might be the best pitch he sees. It's tough. You want to attack, but you don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, you don't want to let him extend the lead.
Count now 1-1 as that time he brings it in for a strike. And for Jeremy Patchett, I don't think you're as selective here. I think if it's close, you have to swing because you're not going to get anything good. And that time he does, but gets well underneath a pop-up in a foul territory. And it will be caught just in front of the dugout. The side is retired. It is a 1-2-3 defensive inning for the Commodores. What a response. That is how you answer their offense. They're ready to work again. Middle of 5. It's 10-9. The Commodores have a chance when we return. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Today's broadcast is brought to you by John G. Cloft Consulting. Thank you to the Cloft and Bohannon families for helping to make today's telecast possible. To the bottom of the 5th we go in what can easily be described as the weirdest baseball game that we have seen all season. 10-9 your score, but it has been a fun one.
Yeah, it's definitely been one of the weirder ones we've had. I mean, I've seen a couple weird ones in college baseball and at Division I level and Division II level, but this is definitely the weirdest we've had on this channel.
First pitch to Lee is off the plate for a ball as he tripled his last time up. It's 2, 3, and 4 for the Commodores, and they have a chance to get back in this game and potentially tie it up or take the lead.
Yeah, and Aiden Baker needs a big shutdown inning here.
Swing and a miss from Lee, now 1-1 the count. And we still have another game after this that initially we thought, okay, it'll start earlier. I don't know if this one starts by 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That drive back to Alliance is not going to be too pleasant.
Yeah, it wasn't great this morning, especially when I drove to the wrong place.
Wright County.
Yeah, it was the right county.
That'd also be like saying you went to Alliance when you meant to go to Northwest. Same county. 50 minutes apart. That one's only 20. That's right. Northwest is Stark. The 1-2, Lee again. Another good drive in the left center field gap. And again, it's down. Lightning strikes twice for Adam Lee. And he is cruising to third. He wants to do it again. It's back-to-back triples for Adam Lee, the shortstop. How about it for the Commodores?
Wow. Put a little giddy up in that ball. What a swing by Adam Lee.
And now it turns over to Leo Soneson. Maybe the worst guy to be up in this spot if you are the Golden Eagles. But Adam Lee, take a bow, young man.
He's giving me Trey Turner vibes right now.
I see it. I really do. But all eyes on Leo Soneson. So many big hits for Lakewood. First pitch he sees is a strike. But if Lorain County ties this one up here, how impressed would you be with them?
I'd be really impressed. That's really impressive grit and grind, being able to come back in this one. I mean, they were down 6. That's not easy to come back from.
That's what Solomon brings to this table as a head coach. It's Soneson, but it's foul. That was the swing.
That ball was roped. We saw him do that last time, though, and then end up sitting back. Well, 2 at-bats ago. Sit back and be able to deposit one into left field.
Last time he had a sacrifice fly.
Yep. Hey, that'll also play in this situation. If he can repeat either of his last 2 at-bats.
Walk also gets the job done. That brings up Holtzman another chance. Still nobody out at that point. 0-2 count on Soneson. And he will take this one into right field on a line. It's caught for out number 1. And the runner will stay put at third. An excellent relay from Cam Schofield.
Yeah, that's a tough one. There's a very rare likelihood that you would tag up on that one if you're at third base. Good piece from Soneson.
But now here comes Holtzman. Strikeout, walk, hard 90. But one thing is clear. Lorain County has to find a way to score in this inning. Tie it up at 10 and go from there. But what a great game of baseball we have been treated to today. First pitch from Holtzman, or to Holtzman rather, fouled back. After him, it turns over to Eckert, the catcher, who doubled his last time up, and Brady Eckert, he has really exploded onto the scene today. And a 1 count here on the first baseman. Baker sets and fires well across the plate.
He dropped his slot a lot there.
Very similar to what we'd see from Dom Marchetta on occasion at Holy Name. Traditionally a over-the-top guy, but I'm sure you've seen him pitch, just that sidearm.
Seen a couple videos.
He brought it out really towards the end of his Holy Name career, specifically last year. The 1-1 runs inside for ball 2. And now he's at BG. I don't think he ended up walking on. I think he was supposed to, but ended up not. But in his prime, he was one heck of a pitcher. Number 2 all-time in punch-outs in Holy Name history. The 2-1, again, fouled back. Now, if Baker can get out of this inning, that says a lot about his grit.
Yeah, that would be really impressive, especially coming in last inning and not going too well, but then being able to settle in and find a way to get through this inning after the leadoff triple.
Count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Baker back to work. And Holtzman, he will sky this one. Bohannon doesn't know where it went. Well, I think we all know where it went now.
Yeah, I think I found it. I have a feeling it hit right above us as we get Snoop Dogg playing.
I will say, though, having the speakers out in the window, that has been great.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
They put on a great show here at Lorain County Community College. All credit to them. 2-2 counts. Baker sets and fires. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Strikeout number 2 today for Baker. And now the pressure is on Brady Eckerts.
Number 18, Brady Eckerts.
But once again, a shout out goes to Coach Solomon along with Athletic Director Eric Laetta and Sports Information Director Nathan Keys for having us out today.
For anybody who likes golf, Rory has officially surrendered the lead, is now Young's lead.
Wow. A historic lead, too. And again, we heard it during that doubleheader against Shenango a few weeks ago, but the first pitch strike chant has returned. And it's a great mantra. If you have that first pitch strike, you have an immediate advantage, especially against a strong offense like Lorain.
Yeah, and it's something that we preach a lot. I mean, I know Mount Union preaches winning the first 3 pitches, being able to get to a...
And here comes Eckert, a good drive into right field, but Schofield is there and the side is retired. An impressive job by Aiden Baker. He works out of the jam, and the inning is over. KSU Tusk hangs on to their lead, and their offense will look to get back to work when we return. 10-9 your score through 5 on SmeeSports. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. To the 6th inning we go here at the Pipeyard in Lorain. 10-9 your score. A strong performance from both offenses today, but still plenty of time left for either team to pull away and establish a comfortable lead, which of course we did see at one point in time from KSU Tusk.
Yeah, and they're probably looking to regain that.
And they really need to as Braden Main steps in to lead it off. The 1-0 there for a strike. Taylor, the second pitcher today for Lorain County. KSU Tusk already on their third. They've had Kent, they've had Checo, and now Baker. The 1-1, it is across the plate for a ball. The last time we saw this Tusk offense, they went in order 1, 2, 3. After Maine, it's Ashcraft and Walter, so 5, 6, and 7 due up this inning. The 2-1, again off the plate for a ball. For Lorain County, this is a pivotal inning. Shut it down again defensively, get some run support, and go to the 7th and see what happens. Here's the 3-1 Maine. He will foul this one off. Could be playable at first, and it will be. It's an easy catch for out number 1.
That's exactly what you needed if you're LCCC.
After the RBI single from Salgado, 5 straight putouts for the defense of the Commodores.
Yeah, it's become efficient for them. And if you are KSU Tusk, you're getting a little worried.
First pitch to Ashcraft will miss high for a ball.
How can we get back into this? How can we become the run-producing team we were 2 innings ago?
And it goes back to the point where there's really no momentum for either team. The 1-0 Ashcraft thought about it, but takes a strike. Now 1-1 the count.
Oh, and the other thing to think about is they got so high with the adrenaline that now the adrenaline's worn off. They're all kind of hitting lows.
It's a true part of the game. The 1-1 on the inner edge connects. Now 1-2 the counts.
And that was one of the big things talked about with Paul Skeens after the WBC was that was such a high-stress game that coming off of it, how was he going to be able to pitch? He said it was the most tired he's been after a game since LSU. And then obviously he goes out, gives up 5 runs in
2 1/3. Not 2 1/3. Not 2/3 of an inning.
Yeah, 2/3 of an inning.
37 pitches.
Obviously, there was some defensive lapses, but there's a ball on the outer half. It goes to show that the mental aspect of baseball is truly draining. Like, if
It really
you're
is.
not mentally there, you're not mentally there, and you're going to get beat.
Full count, 3-2 on Ashcraft. Taylor's payoff pitch, swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down. Strikeout number 1 today for Taylor. Looking ahead to the bottom of the inning, it is Gonzalez, Tucker, and Frame. 6, 7, and 8 due up. And now Owen Walter steps in. And he will show bunts, and he did go 0-1 the count. But Lorain County's defense has found their mojo again.
Yeah, especially the pitching staff. They've been able to settle in nicely and get into rhythm.
And the wind again just continues to blow in sequences. A good ball down the left field line, and they're going to call it foul. That was a tight one. That was definitely close down the line.
I thought
it was fair.
I thought he signaled fair.
It's a close one. It definitely was. But an 0-2 count on Walter for Taylor. This is your chance to once again assert dominance. But he will miss up and outs. Kind of a throwaway pitch there.
Yeah.
Taylor right back to work. Looking now as well, not just to retire the side, but for back-to-back punchies. And again, he will have to wait as that time it misses high.
Yeah, and that call hasn't been given all day. It's definitely a tighter north-south strike zone. A little bit looser on the edges.
I would agree.
I hope the umpire doesn't move from his position. He likes that inner half.
The 2-2, a good pop into shallow right field, but it will be caught on the side, is retired. Grell able to make his way there. And for Lorain County, you are in dreamland defensively. Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. When we return, it's Michael Gonzalez, Jaden Tucker, and Jackson Frame for the Commodores offense. 10-9 your score, middle of 6 in Lorain. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Today's broadcast is brought to you by John G. Clough Consulting. Thank you to the Clough and Bohannon families for helping to make today's telecast possible. Off to the bottom of the 6th inning we go, and it is go time for Lorain County's offense, down 10-9 to KSU Tusk. First pitch is chopped foul. It's Gonzalez, Tucker, and Frame due up this inning. But to rally back, down by 6 after allowing 8 back in the 4th inning, this has been a truly impressive run of form for the Commodore offense.
Yeah, it has been. And now, if you're KSU Tusk, you need to find your Mason Miller, per se, and come in and close this one out.
And on the opposite end for Lorain County, you need to find your hero.
Yeah.
Who is going to step up here. And once again, you had that triple last inning. That was your chance to tie it up. In the end, you couldn't get it done. But this time you have to. You have a total of 6 outs to play with, needing 1 run to tie, 2 to win. And if you go out there with Taylor again and he shuts it down and has back-to-back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings, your offense has to find a way to reciprocate and say thank you.
Yeah, they got to step up in a big way.
2 balls, 1 strike the counts. The pitch. Well off the plate for ball 3. And even a walk here would be huge, as Gonzalez is 2 for 2 today with 2 RBIs and a hard 90. He has been a really fun player to watch and as well great defensively out in center. Count 3-1. Swing and a miss, chases the high heat. And we are a full 3-2.
Sorry, I'm in my coach's brain right now. I'm trying to think of what I would do. Just understanding that Aiden Baker here is getting up in pitch count a little bit.
We did see James Dre go out to the bullpen. Here's the payoff pitch, a grounder, a deep play to make from short. The throw appears to be high, and it is wide. Gonzalez, he is off to the races, cruising to second, and he will stop there. The tying run is in scoring position for the Commodores, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen, you hustle.
Yes, it is. Run everything out. You never know what's going to happen. I was just thinking, do you want Aiden Baker to go for this entire inning and then go to a closer in the 7th, or do you want to use a swing guy to set up?
And I think now it might be Billman in the bullpen, which I was about to say you have to have Billman come in.
Yeah.
Billman's your savior, but you want to save him for game number 2 to come in as well. He's just one of those guys that you want to keep in as long as you can. And, of course, we mentioned it earlier with Jeremy Patchett, but congratulations not only to Jeremy, but also Caleb Salgado and Brennan Billman for signing their first career pro contracts.
Yep, in the Pecos League.
They'll be heading out to Nebraska. So congratulations to those 3.
It's a competitive league. I was looking at it a little bit before the game started. It's probably on par with low A baseball.
And now a rundown between 2nd and 3rd. And they throw it into center field. Gonzalez, they will send him home. This could tie it up, and it will. We are tied at 10. The madness continues in Lorain. That's a heartbreaker for Baker. But that is the saving grace for Lorain. What a play.
Something like that.
It was either he was out at 2nd, and that was the worst case scenario, or that.
Yeah.
I'm stunned.
That was interesting. As a coach, you're fuming because you had him dead to rights, and the last thing you want him to do is advance a base, and then the worst case scenario is he scores. I think Aiden Baker kind of got a little bit nervous and rushed it, understanding that he had a free out. That's something that you take your time with. You work slowly towards them, and then when the time comes, you strike. But that was an interesting one. Great base running. That
it
was
just
phenomenal.
came off his hand weird. That's what it was, because that throw was really weak back to 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of pushed it, trying to be pinpoint, and it ended up pushing out of his palm and slicing.
The 1-1, swing and a miss now 1-2, and I think even more so you keep Baker on to try and get out of this inning. And then you get a run in the 7th, and you bring on your Mason Miller.
Yeah, I mean, now you kind of have to.
So if you're Billman, I think you're thinking, okay, get me to the 7th, and I'll take over and finish. The 1-2, it is there for strike 3 looking, 1 down. And the kicker is it should be 2 down, as the first one was an error. And I think that's also why you give Baker more time. Albeit one was an error, but it shouldn't have ever happened because the runner should never have been there.
Yeah, first things first is you got to get the guy out at first base. Fielding that backhand, trying to take the 2 shuffles, and then ended up throwing it wide. Understand that you got to come get that ball with a fast runner. But then when you have a chance to get them and make up for that, you can't blow that. So that's one of those that no one's right, and coach is going to get on all of them collectively for that.
I would agree.
But it's just heartbreaking.
It really is, and for KSU Tusk, the way they built that lead, it's heartbreaking. You said it perfectly. They appeal, and he did go. Now 0-2 the count on frame. Fans aren't too happy about that one.
Yeah. I'm at least happy that the umpire checked. because we see a lot of that nowadays where the home plate umpire thinks he has control of it and tries to make that call.
It does happen more than it used to, for sure. The 0-2 from Baker. A chopper over towards first. Patchett. He will come off the bag. Baker takes it at 1. 2 down. Excellent communication between first baseman and pitcher.
Yep, that's a great job.
That's what you have to do. And as a pitcher, you're not just out there because, hey, you throw hard. You have to be out there knowing the game. You have to be an athlete, and you have to know when to commit. That was a perfect example of it.
Well, you go no matter what because you don't. Maybe the first baseman got a little bit of a different jump. Maybe he saw something. You got to commit to that bat. I mean, think about the Garrett Cole play that absolutely destroyed the Yankees' World Series hopes 2 years ago. Ball hit to first baseman on a similar play earlier in the game. Cole covered and Rizzo didn't need him. He took it himself. Rizzo was slightly different on the same type of ball. Didn't have as good a footing. Garrett Cole didn't think he was going to need him to cover. Mookie ends up being safe, and the inning continues. The rest is history. Dodgers go on to win that game.
That was a key play as that pitch just misses off the plate. A very, very close miss.
Yeah, it looked really similar to some of the ones he called in the last at-bat.
But, of course, now the focus turns to the 7th inning as that is going to be a really, really important frame. The 2-0 that time, and a really similar spot connects. I think that was the same pitch.
Yeah, I would imagine. We need ABS. Tap the helmet.
I'll challenge up from right here.
Did you see last night?
No.
The umpire.
In the meantime, a 2-1 pitch is taken up the middle and into center field. It's a 2-out base knock for Jacob Sanders. And back to the top of the order we go with Carlos Grell.
The umpire missed the catcher, obviously, tapping the helmet. And you can hear on the hot mic, he say, "Oh, my bad, I didn't see it. We're working together back here." So it ended up being one of the worst challenges I've ever seen in my life. It was so wrong. And then the umpire blew a call the next pitch, and they didn't have any challenges left. But it was still a fun time.
America's pastime. First pitch to Grell. It is in the dirt for a ball. And they will appeal just to make sure, and the answer is no, he did not go. If Grell is the end of the inning, you have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. If KSU Tuscarawas does not score in the top of the 7th, odds are you see a walk-off.
Yeah, I'd be willing to bet 5 cents on it.
We're not going to do that. Runner goes here, high pitch. Bohannon's throw is not in time. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position for the Commodores. And a crucial go-ahead run at that with a 10-10 game. If you score double digits and you don't win, that's one that you're going to kick yourself about for a long time.
I think if
Swing and a miss from Grell.
Grell gets on here, I think you go for an extended outing from Billman.
I think you have to bring him on.
That's what I'm thinking.
He did go 90. He did throw 90 pitches against Shenango out of the bullpen.
Is that the name of a school?
Penn State Shenango.
That's a fun one.
That was a 16-inning game that he was not even the last pitcher.
Might name my kid that.
The 2-1. A weak grounder over towards first. Patchett takes it, flips it to Baker, and the side is retired. Another smart play between first baseman and pitcher. But the key play happened on a wild throw to second base. The tying run comes around to score for the Commodores, and we have a new game heading into the 7th. Honors even 10-10 your score through 6 on SmeeSports. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Back to the action here in the top of the 7th inning as the first pitch is there for a strike. 0-1 the count on Bohannon. It is Bohannon, Salgado, and Campbell due up this inning for the Golden Eagles. And he is quickly down on the count 0-2. Two great pitches from Taylor.
What if we just get Bohannon homer?
I was thinking it. Already a 2 RBI double today for him, but quickly down on the count 0-2 to Taylor. And Bohannon takes wisely off the plate for ball 1.
Wind gusting a little bit out to left field.
But a 10-10 ball game, a really offensive affair today. And we'll see if that does bleed over into game number 2. But right now, Bohannon battling back in, now 2-2 the counts.
Yeah, now Ethan Baker's got to come to him. And that's probably the pitch that Bohannon's probably thinking, this is my chance to drive one here.
And for Taylor, this is a really, really pivotal inning just to try to keep going what he started as the first pitch is right to Sonneson. A hard ripper for out number 1.
That ball was smoked.
He got every bit of it right to Leo.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. There's nothing you can do there.
And with 1 down, that'll bring up Caleb Salgado. Salgado so far today is 3 for 3 with an RBI single. He has been extremely consistent at the plate. And his goal is just to keep it going. As of right now, no action in the Lorain County bullpen, and I would be surprised to see action anytime soon. I think at this point you ride with Taylor and see what he gets you.
I would imagine.
The 1-0 Salgado skies this one into center field. It's Gonzalez, and he will make the grab for out number 2. And that time through the order, it's 9 up, 9 down. And back to the top of the order we go with Caleb Campbell. What a chain of events. At one point, this was 10-4 KSU Tusk. Now 10-10 and Lorain County having momentum. And I will say, if they do retire the side in order, that would be the 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, that's for even Baker, it's really impressive the way he had to come in and the situation he's been put into.
A 1-0 off the plate for ball 2. And of course, stay with us for our player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center after our final commercial break. But Ethan Taylor definitely up for it.
Yeah, I'd put him up for it. He's definitely competing out there, and he's got them back into this game nicely.
The 2-0 right down Broadway for a strike. So a 2-1 count on Campbell with Cohen Larson awaiting in the on-deck circle. And then for Lorain, it's your 2, 3, and 4, Lee, Sonneson, and Holtzman. And of course, that is probably where you want to be.
Oh, it definitely is. And I think they're in a real good spot right now, especially pitching-wise, just situational. I think they got a little bit of the momentum with that run being plated last inning.
The 3-1 runs inside for ball 4. And that is your first base runner in 10 batters. Caleb Salgado, his 3rd time up, was the last runner.
Man.
And the go-ahead run for KSU Tusk is now at first.
Yeah, now you got Cohen Larson.
And of course, if you're the Golden Eagles, you don't want to waste that Jeremy Patchett home run.
No. And Cohen Larson's swinging it well.
A great chance for him here. First pitch he sees is there for a strike. In the on-deck circle, it would turn over to Cam Schofield. But a great game today at the Pipeyard. 10-10 at the top of the 7th. Runner will go. The pitch will miss. The throwdown is not in time.
That was a great jump.
First stolen bag of the day for Caleb Campbell, and the go-ahead run now stands in scoring position for KSU Tusk. So for Larson, if you get a base knock here, there's a chance that for the time being you would be the hero.
Yeah, the gaps are huge right now.
It doesn't even necessarily need to be a gapper. It just needs to be out there somewhere. And that time just stands tall and takes the strike. You got to be more engaged. You got to be more competitive.
You got to be looking to drive. This is the chance. You're looking to win a ball game here.
You're not going to get a better opportunity than this. Here's the 1-2, and he will play it right to Sonesson again, and the side is retired. Have a day defensively, Leo Sonesson.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can say about that. Hit the ball on the screws and go straight to somebody.
Well, here we go, the bottom of the 7th inning. Lorain County looking to walk it off. If not, they will have to play on to extra innings. It's Adam Lee, Leo Sonesson, and Luke Holtzman when we return to the Pipeyard. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Today's broadcast is brought to you by John G. Cloth Consulting. Thank you to the Cloth family along with the Bohannon family for helping to make today's telecast possible. It's go time for Lorain County's offense in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's Lee, it's Sonesson, it's Holtzman. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up. Bryce, this is what every ball player dreams of, the chance to walk off a game at home.
Yeah, this is their chance to do it right here.
And Lee, he will put this one into left field, and the leadoff man is on just like that. He is now 3 for 5 today. And the winning run now stands at first for Leo Sonesson. We've seen him defensively. Already has an RBI today and a base hit. Can he cap off one heck of a Game 1 performance?
I hope so. I hope he's pulling a, oh no, I'm blanking. Jobu. Oh, no. The Jobu guy in Major
Pedro
League.
Serrano.
Yeah, Pedro Serrano. He just talked to his bat and hoping he's telling him to hit a walk-off.
You never know. And Sonesson, a drive deep to left field, still going back, and it is going to be gone! It's a walk-off 2-run homer for Leo Sonesson, and Lorain County will win it 12-10. Bryce, you called it!
Adios, pelota!
What a win for Lorain County!
Wow.
Down by 6 in the 4th. It's Leo Sonesson, the Lakewood legend. How in the world did you just call it?
I had a feeling he was going to hit a ball really hard somewhere. That was the only feeling I had. His swing looks good. I just had a feeling he was going to hit the...
I told you as well today, though, that he was going to go yard.
Yeah, you were on it.
12-10 your final in game number 1. What a win. It's Leo Sonesson's day in Lorain. When we return, we will announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. Welcome back to the Pipeyard in Lorain. 12-10 your final in game number 1. It's a walk-off winner for Leo Soneson. As we toss it back up here, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me today, Bryce Fisher. Do we even need to say it? Well, we do for the advertisement portion of it, but your player of the game presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. 2 line-out catches at the 7th and the walk-off 2-run homer, Mr. Leo Soneson. I'll tell you what, we got to see him play at Lakewood. He was an incredible player. I have a feeling the Commodores are going to love him just as much.
Yeah, he is a stud. He is phenomenal in the box. He's great defensively, seeing that top of the 7th inning, making those 2 great grabs. He's a heck of a ball player. We just saw it. That's all you need. If you watch the 7th inning right there, you will see all you need to see from Leo Soneson. He's definitely going to end up at a 4-year program playing some very competitive college baseball at some point.
If he goes back to Mount Union and dominates,
I hope he does not. I hope he ends up at a... You know where I could see him playing, just swing-wise? What it reminds me of a... It's the type of guy that Kent State recruits.
Okay, Kent State. I think they're going to go for another Ashland.
No, or Toledo. It's the...
He's a MAC guy. He's a MAC guy.
He's very much a MAC guy. They like those short, compact swings with the drift forward. But that was a heck of a ball game. Coming down from 10-4, being down 6, coming back from that, winning on a walk-off tater. There's not much else you could dream of as a kid playing baseball.
Leo Soneson, the man of the hour in Lorain County. As we toss it back down to the field to stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn, and SmeeFist 2024 on Twitter. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. As well, information is on your screen as to how you can become a broadcast advertiser/sponsor with us. Please contact us if you are interested. But that'll do it for us for game number 1. Time to flip on over to game link number 2. What a win today for Lorain County. New coach, new regime, and in year number 1, Jake Solomon, he has done better than the team that he inherited. 8-33 a year ago, 9 wins and counting in year 1 under Coach Solomon. 12-10 your final. LCCC gets the win. For Bryce Fisher, I am Nathan Smee saying so long for now from Lorain, and we will see you again next time, which is in a few moments. But this has been College Baseball on SmeeSports.